Chapter 4: The Social Welfare Policy in the 19th Century. Main concerns of America during the 19th century: fast settlement of the frontier, the Civil War, and the development of an industrial system. Thomas Jefferson negotiated the Louisiana Purchase that granted America 827,000 square miles of land for $15 million. He also relocated the Indians. The government decided to sell land in blocks at public auctions to the highest bidders. Mobility between social classes was limited before and after the Civil War, partially because of this land ownership. The Civil War, a war between the northern and southern states. The Civil War was fought over land, nationalism, and slavery. The North wanted to abolish slavery, but the South did not. The South seceded from the Union. The main issue revolving around the Civil War was slavery. Although many argue that President Lincoln should have enacted the abolishment of slavery earlier, he is responsible for adding the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. The largest social reform movement following the Civil War was the temperance movement. Making and buying alcohol in the United States was a huge business in the 19th century, and temperance advocates wanted to tax alcohol heavily. Some even considered social drinking to be immoral behavior. The 13th Amendment abolishes slavery. The 14th Amendment is when African Americans were considered to be United States citizens, and the 15th Amendment granted them the right to vote. Despite the new amendments, women and African Americans remained socially unequal to white men. Between 1814 and 1845, America had a large number of immigrants coming from Ireland and Germany. The Irish needed somewhere to go due to the potato famine. Health hazards. Due to open sewers and poor sanitation, America experienced a rapid rise of epidemics and diseases. Industrial working conditions. Hours were harsh, conditions were not safe, and the hourly pay was very low. Oppression of women and rise of feminism. Women were imprisoned to their homes and began to protest. Many women were already active leaders in the abolitionist movement. An example of a constriction of women's freedom in the 19th century was the lack of birth control. Married women had an average of 6.4 children, and this controlled how much time they had to pursue their own interests. Our nation suffered from many growing pains while establishing a new government. Somehow we made it through all of these challenges and became a strong nation. Prejudice remains just as prevalent today as it did then, so what have we really learned?